Welcome to a video that you can now find on YouTube, because I couldn't. And everybody always says, oh, just look it up on YouTube. What's going on today is that I have put a Holley 58mm throttle body onto my freshly rebuilt LT1. And when I initially started it up, it was idling around 2200 RPM. So I'm thinking maybe this is the cause. I've done this once based on a write-up that I found online, and I can't remember the guy's name, but I do appreciate it because he was very helpful and very informative with it, step by step, with pictures of everything. I'm gonna try to give you a video to give you an idea of how I actually did it. I did it once, like I said, and it seemed to help a little bit, but now my throttle response, like if I try to tack it like that, it sputters. So I'm gonna try to do it again and see if that helps. What we've got here, the factory service manual, 95, Firebird, Camaro, etc. The car is a 95, this engine is a 96, as I found out after I pulled it out. And this is the instructions, which were completely at a loss for me. I don't know, I'm better with visual and touching and doing things, but these and that other article helped me out a lot. It starts out and it tells you to find the reset tab, etc. I looked at this thing and you don't really see any type of tab until you get in here. That little button with the arrows tells you which way things slide. What we're gonna do, that's a little tough to push in, so I found that a pair of vice grips and a zip tie help out. That way you don't really crush anything. So from here, set you guys right about here and show you what I do. The zip tie, kind of top side down, just kind of get it snug on there and crank it. It does click a very little bit, and then back this way, if you can see, the cable moves and slides. And so I got that moving. I've got it kind of slack, but what I wanted to do is get that flat up against the screw. So now that that's there, I'm gonna let this go, take care of that. Now this is snug again and it doesn't slide. You may notice this 1/8" drill bit in this assembly here with cruise control and whatnot. The directions go on to tell you about that, and so does that write-up that I had seen. It says to get a 1/4" torque wrench, and torque down in here, it's really easy to see when you're at that angle. There's a 1/4" drive bit or insert. This is obviously not a 1/4" torque wrench, but the adapters and everything, I think it works okay because it clicked before for me. You go through, 8 Newton meters is what it's suggested to put it at. I don't know if you could see that, but got that set. And then go in, and it's a bit tough, but crank it and it clicks. You probably heard that pretty well. That's supposed to be the linkage or cable, throttle cable adjusted. And then you pop that out. The drill bit, I didn't really touch on that drill bit. That goes in here and aligns all of them so that when you crank that first one, they all go with it. I know after the first time I did that, sorry, let me go back to the drill bit. You insert it, it's a nice easy fit, goes in straight through, but you don't want to get it down to this gear here. I've learned, I just read that. I assume if you get it in that gear, everything will get screwed up. It's pretty easy to not get it in that gear. It doesn't wobble much, it doesn't want to back out, it just sits there good. It's also said that you need to adjust the cruise control cable, which I had a hard time finding. It is buried way back here on my Trans Am. I don't know why they buried it back here. It's a similar setup. However, it's got this tab here. instead of compressing it over there like we did, then pop this tab to an open position. It slides accordingly. I believe all the way in is where I want it, and then you snap that back in. I don't think that you need to crank this to do that. I might be wrong, and I might be doing another video in a few minutes, but that's that. I think I'm gonna test it. Like a success. I got the throttle response I wanted back. Still revving high, so I'll play with it and check for vacuum leaks.